everybody. Thank you so much for joining me in my kitchen today for vegetarian meal number 5. At the beginning of this week, I spent $25 to get enough groceries to feed my family of 4 for 5 meals. Links to the previous 4 meals are in the description box below. Today we're going to make a fancy macaroni and cheese casserole with plenty of hidden vegetables. Let's get this started. Our ingredients for this meal are the margarine, the summer squash, the half a bell pepper we have left. We have the 2 eggs left. If you don't have any left, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to be putting it in this dish for the extra protein. Flavor-wise, it's all right. You don't have to have it. We have saved half a cup of rice that we will need to make rice milk. And then we have 2 potatoes left. We have that 1 piece of carrot left, 2 boxes of macaroni and cheese, and the bread and that chunk of cheese. We're going to make some rice milk. And the first step is a soaking process. We're going to take our half cup of rice and pour it into about 1.5 cups or so of very hot water. And now we're going to let this sit for 2 hours. It's been 2 hours, so now I'm going to strain this rice and then I'm going to put it into my blender. Now you see I have the rice in there and I'm going to put 2 cups of fresh water into that. And you can also give it a pinch of salt. Some people like to put dates or sugar in here. It's not in our plan, so we are not going to. But now I'm just going to turn this blender on. I'm now going to strain our mixture into this measuring cup through the strainer. If you have a cheesecloth or a nut bag, that would work better. But since I figure most people have a strainer of some sort, that's what I'm using today. And there we have our rice milk. All right, I think we're going to do a large time lapse here of me prepping all this. I need to get everything peeled and chopped. And I'm also set my oven for 400 degrees. This summer squash, go ahead and get that in a strainer to drain out any excess liquid. I'm also going to take a tablespoon of melted margarine and drizzle it on these bread pieces. They will become like croutons. Okay, let's catch you up on everything. In this pan, I'm cooking the carrot and the rest of that half of the red bell pepper that was left together. I've got a pot of water on the stove that I'm going to cook the macaroni and cheese in. And then here we have the potato slices, which I am now going to put in the same bowl that we just had the bread in. And what, I don't know if I've mentioned, but you're going to be making baked potato chips out of them. They're a little brown because they've been sitting out for a few minutes. All right, I melted a tablespoon of this butter, and we are going to, actually before we do that, I think I'm going to dry them a little bit. to put the tablespoon of butter, and I'm just going to put some salt on them, and they'll be salty potato chips. The croutons are ready. I'm going to pull them out. And the potato chips are going in. And as they bake, I will check them here and there for flavoring. And if the salt is not enough, we'll add more salt. If it's too bland, we can add some garlic. We'll see. This water's taking forever to come to a boil. We're going to call it a boil. We're going to put in our 2 boxes of the macaroni and cheese. I removed the cheese packet, don't worry. Alright, these are going to cook for about 8 minutes. When your noodles are done cooking, kind of follow the instructions on the box. Drain them, add your cheese packets. Since it's 2, we need to add half a cup of butter. I didn't quite have a half a cup left. Margarine, by the way. And this is where our rice milk comes into play. We're going to be adding half a cup of rice milk. And there's the rice milk. Stir to combine. That's not it though. We're going to have to combine all this into a casserole. The potato chips are done, so I'm going to pull them out. Some of them are burnt, but that's okay. Now it's time to add all of our other ingredients into this pot. I'm going to put a little bit more rice milk in here. Just a couple of tablespoons. And I'm spilling it all over the place too. Alright, so here's where we're going to add our beaten eggs in now. I'm going to try to do it slowly so that I don't scramble them. Alright, now all of that is going to get poured into this casserole dish. It will bake in the oven for a total of 30 minutes. At the 20-minute mark, pull it out, and I'll show you this, but at the 20-minute mark, we're going to pull it out and add the croutons and the cheese. It looks like our dish is done. I'm going to pull it out. Here's our completed meal. We have the potato chips, and here we have our macaroni and cheese casserole with all our veggies in it. I'm going to go ahead and get my plate done so that you see what my serving looks like. A lot of the chips did burn. 20 minutes is too long, guys. Just keep an eye on them. There's my plate. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching today. If you've made it this far and you'd please leave me a like and subscribe, I would appreciate that greatly. And here's our meals of the week. On day 1, we had potatoes and eggs. A couple of them were done with medium over eggs, one with scrambled egg. And then on day 2, I made some black bean meatless balls to go with our spaghetti and our salad. Day 3 were the burrito bowls. This was my family's absolute favorite of the week. I loved it too, my second favorite. Next we have the deconstructed bell pepper casserole. I wish I could have had one more bell pepper to put in that one. And then last but not least, we had the macaroni and cheese casserole. This one was my favorite. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. See you next time.